Have you ever ended your day feeling busy but not truly productive? You answered messages, checked your phone, maybe started a few tasks, and suddenly the day was gone. I'm Anna.
And I'm Leo. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Today, we'll help you practice real English for time management so you can talk about your schedule, priorities, and daily routines with more confidence.
Exactly. Time management isn't just about organizing your day, it's about explaining plans, handling pressure, and staying focused, all in English.
And if you enjoy learning this way, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the English Talk channel. All right, let's get started.
Hey Leo, can I ask you something a little honest?
Of course, what's on your mind?
Do you ever feel like your day just disappears and you didn't actually do what you planned?
All the time. I start the day with good intentions, but then messages, emails, and small tasks take over. By the evening, I realize I spent the whole day being busy, but not necessarily productive.
I relate to that so much. It's like you're constantly doing something, but the important things keep getting pushed to tomorrow.
Exactly. And then tomorrow comes, and the same thing happens again.
So, how do you usually plan your day? Do you have a system?
I try to. I usually make a list in the morning, but I don't always follow it strictly. Sometimes I underestimate how long things take.
That's a really common issue. When you underestimate something, it means you think it will take less time than it actually does.
Right, that happens to me constantly. I'll say, this will take 30 minutes, and then suddenly it's been 2 hours.
And then everything else gets delayed.
Exactly. What about you? Do you plan your day in detail?
I try to be more structured. I usually pick 3 main priorities for the day. Not 10, not 15, just 3.
That sounds manageable. Why 3?
Because it forces me to focus. If I complete those 3 important tasks, I feel like the day was successful, even if other small things are still pending.
I like that. It feels less overwhelming.
Exactly. When your list is too long, it can actually reduce motivation.
That makes sense. Sometimes I look at my list and think, there's no way I'm finishing all of this.
And that feeling can stop you before you even start.
Can I ask you something? What's your biggest distraction during the day?
Honestly, my phone.
Same here. Notifications are the worst.
Yeah, you check one message and suddenly you're scrolling for 20 minutes.
Exactly. It's like your attention gets pulled away without you noticing.
That's a great expression, pulled away. It means something takes your focus without your intention.
Right. And once you lose focus, it's hard to get back into the task.
So what do you do about it?
I've started putting my phone in another room when I need to concentrate.
That's a strong move.
It helps more than I expected. If the phone isn't next to me, I'm less tempted to check it.
I do something similar. I turn off notifications during work hours.
That's smart. Less noise, more focus.
Have you ever tried time blocking?
I've heard of it, but I'm not sure I fully understand it. Can you explain?
Sure. Time blocking means you divide your day into specific blocks of time, and each block is dedicated to one task or type of task.
So instead of just a to-do list, you actually schedule when you'll do each thing.
Exactly. For example, from 9 to 11, you focus only on deep work. Then, maybe from 11 to 12, you handle emails.
That sounds very structured.
It is, but it can be very effective. It reduces decision-making during the day.
What do you mean by that?
Instead of constantly asking yourself, what should I do next, you already know it's planned.
I see. That probably saves mental energy.
Exactly, and it helps you stay consistent.
But what happens when something unexpected comes up, like an urgent task?
That's a great question, because real life is unpredictable.
Exactly. Plans are nice, but reality doesn't always follow them.
True. When something urgent comes up, I adjust my schedule, but I try not to abandon it completely.
So you adapt, but you don't give up on your plan.
Exactly. Flexibility is important, but structure still matters.
Wait, can you repeat that last part? I want to make sure I understood correctly.
Of course, I said flexibility is important, but structure still matters.
Got it. So you're saying we should adjust when needed, but still keep some organization.
Exactly. That balance is key.
Can I share something I recently realized?
Sure, go ahead.
It's not just about managing time, it's also about managing energy.
That's a really important point.
For example, I'm more focused in the morning, so I try to do my most important work early.
That's very smart. Knowing when you have the most energy can change everything.
Exactly. In the afternoon, I feel slower, so I do simpler tasks.
Like emails or small admin work?
Exactly.
Let's talk about something many people struggle with, procrastination.
Ah, yes, the classic problem.
Do you ever delay tasks even when you know they're important?
More often than I'd like to admit.
Same here. Sometimes a task feels too big or too difficult.
And instead of starting, you do something easier.
Exactly.
What helps you overcome that?
I try to break the task into smaller steps.
That makes it less intimidating.
Exactly. Instead of saying, I need to finish this whole project, I'll say, I'll just start with one small part.
That's a great strategy. Let's imagine a real situation. Say you have a busy workday. How would you organize it?
All right, I would start by identifying my top 3 priorities.
Okay.
Then I would block time in the morning for the most important task.
Because your energy is higher.
Exactly. Then I would schedule smaller tasks for later in the day.
And what about breaks?
Very important. Short breaks help you stay focused longer.
That's true. Without breaks, you get tired faster.
I think one of the most important things is building habits.
Absolutely. Good habits make everything easier over time.
For example, starting your day at the same time every morning.
Or planning your day the night before.
That's a great one. It saves time in the morning and reduces stress.
Let's quickly highlight a useful phrase, stay on track.
Good one. If you say, I'm trying to stay on track, it means you're trying to follow your plan and not get distracted.
That's a very natural English. You'll hear it a lot in work conversations. So, if we had to summarize everything, what would you say is the key to better time management?
I would say focus on a few important tasks, reduce distractions, and understand your energy.
That's a clear and simple approach.
And most importantly, don't expect perfection.
That's a great point. Some days won't go as planned, and that's okay.
Exactly. The goal is progress, not perfection.
And that brings us to the end of today's conversation about time management in real life.
We hope this helped you feel more confident talking about your daily routine, your schedule, and how you manage your time in English.
Remember, these are real situations. You can use these phrases at work, with friends, or even when talking about your goals.
And it's okay to speak slowly, take your time, and ask for clarification, just like we practiced today.
If you found this helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the English Talk channel.
Keep practicing, keep improving, and we'll see you in the next conversation.
Take care and see you soon.